calendar. Welcome back to Who Found It? Today, we're talking about something we all use constantly, the calendar. Who decided how many days are in a year, or what to name the months? Let's find out. Our journey starts way back, thousands of years ago, with ancient civilizations. People needed a way to keep track of time for farming. Knowing when to plant and when to harvest was a matter of survival. The earliest calendars were often based on the moon's cycles. The Babylonians, for example, had a lunar calendar with 12 months. The problem was, a lunar year is about 11 days shorter than a solar year, the time it takes for the Earth to orbit the Sun. This meant their seasons would drift out of sync with the months over time. Not very helpful for farmers. The ancient Egyptians were one of the first to crack the code of the solar year. They noticed that the star Sirius would rise next to the Sun right before the annual flooding of the Nile River. By tracking this, they calculated the year to be 365 days long. They created a calendar with 12 months of 30 days each, plus 5 extra days at the end. It was a huge improvement, but still not perfect. The actual solar year is about 365¼ days long. This is where the Romans, and one very famous leader, come in. By the time of Julius Caesar, the Roman calendar was a complete mess. It was so out of sync with the seasons that winter months were falling in autumn. So, in 46 BC, Caesar introduced a major reform. With the help of an astronomer named Sosigenes, he created the Julian calendar. It was based on the 365¼ day year. To account for that extra quarter day, he introduced the concept of a leap year, an extra day added every 4 years. This is the foundation of the calendar we use today. But the story doesn't end there. The Julian calendar was great, but its calculation for a leap year was just a tiny bit off. It overestimated the solar year by about 11 minutes. It doesn't sound like much, but over centuries, those minutes added up. By the 16th century, the calendar was off by about 10 days. This was a problem, especially for the Church, which used the calendar to calculate the date of Easter. So, in 1582, Pope Gregory XIII stepped in. He introduced the Gregorian calendar, the one we all have on our phones and walls right now. It fine-tuned the leap year rule. A year is a leap year if it is divisible by 4, unless it's divisible by 100, but not by 400. This tiny adjustment made the calendar incredibly accurate. So, who found it? It was a global team effort spanning millennia. Thanks for watching. See you next time. If you're